Hey everyone, it's Baka here. Welcome to episode number 15 of the Wide World of Geek, where we look at what's new and newsworthy in the world of geek this week. Now, I've got 4 different topics I want to talk about quickly. I'm not going to spend that much time on them, but they're pretty interesting. First up, this past week, Stan Lee underwent pacemaker surgery. Now, Newsarama reported this, and it kind of sounded a little scary, like, oh my gosh, Stan Lee's in surgery. Stan Lee's old. Is Stan Lee going to die too now? Thankfully, it was just a preventative measure on Stan Lee's part. And he was funny enough or lucid enough or whatever you want to say, but he responded with a message to all of his fans out there that was pretty hilarious and definitely in Stan Lee fashion. I just want to read it to you real quick. Attention, troops. This is a dispatch sent from your beloved Generalissimo directly from the center of Hollywood's combat zone. Now hear this. Your leader hath not deserted thee. In an effort to be more like my fellow Avenger Tony Stark, I have had an electronic pacemaker placed near my heart to ensure that I'll be able to lead thee for another 90 years. Fear thee not, my valiant warriors. I am in constant touch with our commanders in the field, and victory shall soon be ours. Now I must end this dispatch and join my troops, for an army without a leader is like a day without a cameo. Excelsior! No more needs to be said. That was great. That was Stan Lee. That was Stan Lee having embraced this image of Stan Lee. What more can be said? Moving on to Marvel movie news, or TV news in this case. Kind of a good segue from Stan Lee. But anyway, there have been some character details released regarding Joss Whedon's TV project S.H.I.E.L.D. that he's working on. This is a television attempt to tie into the Avengers movies and the other Marvel movies that are coming out of Marvel Studios. Now, they have released the names and descriptions of 5 different characters. A character named Skye, a character named Agent Grant Ward, Agent Althea Rice, Agent Leo Fitz, and Agent Gemma Simmons. These are all completely made-up names. They are not characters from the comics, which is a little disappointing, I will say. But the most disappointing fact is their descriptions. I'll read 2 of them. I'll read Skye and Agent Grant Ward. Skye is, this late 20s woman sounds like a dream. Fun, smart, caring, and confident, with an ability to get the upper hand by using her wit and charm. For Agent Grant Ward, quite the physical specimen and cool under fire. Cool under fire. He sometimes botches interpersonal relations. He's a quiet one with a bit of a temper, but he's the kind of guy that grows on you. Blah! This is disgusting. This is such drivel that it does not make me hopeful for the show, even though Joss Whedon is helming it. You know, don't let your PR people get a hold of things and write garbage. You know, all they had to do to make the comic book world happy was throw in someone like, Dum Dum Dugan, or Daisy Johnson, or Carol Dan. Well, maybe not Carol Danvers. I don't think she was ever S.H.I.E.L.D. But, you know, there are Wyatt Wingfoot. There are plenty of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents that are not used in the Avengers movies who are still great S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and very important to the storylines, but they're not discussed in here at all. So this is going to be a wait and see for me. I want to see clips from the pilot. I want to see a preview. I want to see something to make me think that this is going to be okay. Third bit of comic book news. DC has teased now in The Flash #0 that came out last week that Wally West might be coming back to the DC universe. With the new 52, they decided, you know what, we're going to stick with Barry Allen as the Flash. Barry Allen was the Silver Age Flash. He was a Flash for years. He gave his life valiantly in Crisis on Infinite Earths, and his protege, Wally West, took his place and became the Flash. And he was the Flash for 20 to 30 years before Barry came back. And with the new 52 coming out, they just said, we're going to go with Barry. Fans might love Wally, but we're going with Barry. And he's never coming back. Dan DiDio, Jeff Johns, all these people said, no Wally, no Wally. It's not going to happen. Francis Manipool, who is the co-writer and the artist of The Flash, has begged to bring Wally back. And they're like, no, you can't use him. You can't use him. Well, maybe they're listening to their fans finally, or listening to their creators. And they're bringing things. They're saying the West family will be incredibly important. And they've started this off by bringing in a character named Daniel West, who is a convict. He's arrested. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. He doesn't have a huge role in Flash number 0, but he's introduced. What this means with Wally, I'm not entirely sure. So, again, wait and see. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 came out last week, and it has been highly successful. It has gotten great reviews, and one thing I want to talk about with this is, while I am not playing this game currently, eventually I hope to play Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2, but I have been watching some play of it on YouTube. Husky Starcraft, Jesse Cox, Total Biscuit, Blondie, they've all been playing together in multiplayer mode, and it seems like a lot of fun. It seems a little crazy too, but I think that's kind of the point of Borderlands 2. So I will put a link down in the description below to Husky's second page where you can watch him play Borderlands 2 with these guys. You can also watch him play other games like Pokemon Blue, Air Mech, Black Mesa, and some other games that are really interesting. But it's something that is pretty fun. I'm going to actually watch the second episode of it once I'm done putting up this YouTube video. But other than that, that's the news this week. It's not been the fastest week, but some good little tidbits there. And one thing I want to say is sometime in the future here, hopefully in the not too distant future, I'm going to be adding different shows to this channel. Ones that might get your fancy up a little more than just the Wide World of Geek or the Weekend Workshop. I would like to add some gaming videos in, and no, I'm not a hardcore gamer. I'm not even a very good PC gamer. But there are games I like to play. I like to play StarCraft 2. I'm horrible at it, but I like to play it, so you might get to see some really bad play from that. I also love Team Fortress 2, and I'm not that bad at that game, but nobody can ever really be good at that game because you're never alive for that long, it seems. But I just downloaded Gotham Imposters, which looks like fun. Portal 2 and Portal are excellent games. But sometime in the future, I want to get an HD PVR and be able to record myself playing some Xbox games. Console gaming, I'm quite a bit better at than PC gaming, I'll admit. I have been saving... Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't been saving playing it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But I have Arkham City. I've had it since last Christmas. I haven't played it yet, but now I kind of want to save it to record and play with it with everybody who might be watching. So we'll see how that goes. My money is really tight right now, so it might not happen for a while. But again, we'll see. This weekend, I hope to have another workshop up. It will probably be part 2 of photo editing. So we talked about cropping this past weekend. This week we'll talk about things like color correction and other corrections you can easily make. But until this weekend, this is Baka, and I will see you guys later.